Thank you, Senator Thune, Senator Schatz, subcommittee members. Appreciate the opportunity to come here and speak. My name is Ray Hespen. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a software company called PropertyMeld. What we specialize is actually in the rental business and maintenance specifically. So what we do is we make maintenance a phenomenal experience for both those who are renting as well as those who manage rentals. We have hundreds of thousands of homes on our platform, both here in the US and even some in Canada. And just a little bit of an idea of the genesis, we started the company around 2015 with the idea and the problem. By 2018, we'd achieved hypergrowth, so we went from 2 employees to 4. And now in 2020, we're rounding out what'll be around 44 employees, even growing through COVID. So a little bit about myself. I grew up in a small town in Wyoming. I eventually, realized that I was good at math and about nothing else, so I went and became an engineer at the School of Mines in South Dakota, and ultimately ended up living there. So just a little bit around that, why this is so exciting for me that we're talking about this. I graduated South Dakota School of Mines, and I really had 2 choices. I could either stay in the place that I'd fallen in love with and forfeit opportunity, or I could choose to take that opportunity and move elsewhere. Like many of my peers, a lot of us chose opportunity. So I did what my wife and I like to call went and dated the US. We went and lived in 6 places in 9 years, went and tested out every time zone, figured out which one we liked. But ultimately ended up back in South Dakota. And unfortunately, I had to create my own job to do that. So, if we're thinking about it as an engineer, usually engineers are good problem solvers. I don't know necessarily about me, but the thing that I didn't know how to do was really actually start a business. So the first thing that you do when you start a company is you say, well, how am I going to fund it? Well, I went and talked to a few people that were familiar with raising money, and I asked them what's needed to be done. And the fact that I didn't have an Ivy League education or haven't done this before, the likelihood of raising money was actually just very low likelihood. So like most entrepreneurs, I'm not good at being told no. So figured out how to get the money elsewhere. Friends and family is ultimately where I went to, which was a little bit of a difficult network to tap. At that time, I didn't know very many people that had money to loan out or invest, and to later find out some of them actually borrowed the money to invest, which is actually crazy in my opinion. And so we're managing our company. In 2018 was a pretty critical moment for us as a company. I ended up partnering with a mentor who really helped create a fork in where our company was going, turning us from a real ragtag group of people just kind of figuring it out and helping turn us into a scalable operation that people could see an investment making some real dividends, making it a real math equation of put in a nickel here, get $1 out there. And this was critical for actually going and raising funds, which we did go and do. So the mentorship was critical in helping navigate this. But it was kind of interesting. We had kind of 1 or 2 options. Either we could partner with a lot of the angel funds in the region, which would have taken a lot of different deals to get done, small check sizes, or work with coastal VCs. Looking hindsight, even some of the things that we navigated there, some of the terms seemed pretty opportunistic, and was really fortunate that we had some good advisors to help us navigate that. We ultimately ended up partnering with an amazing regional fund that's been a great asset ever since. So just kind of tell where we're at today as a company. Started as in a couple of basements, like most great stories do. Ended up joining a little bit an incubator, and then we're actually to the point where we're building a new 14,000 square foot facility in downtown Rapid to help capture the growth and house all the employment that we're doing. Again, we're around 44 employees, but the big thing that I really want to talk about is this is really a testament of the power of a great idea and execution. And if I was to sit here and make sure that there was something kind of left with this, is if I would have asked the question, could we have done this with just capital and not the mentorship we received, I would say it would have been doubtful to have the success that we've had. And if it was the flip side where we had the mentorship and not the capital, do I think it could have been done? And it would also been a little doubtful in my mind. And so the big thing is really understanding that as we think about these things and helping entrepreneurs, how I perceive helping entrepreneurs is really make sure that we've got a great infrastructure of both access to capital as well as the support network to help grow their business. Thank you.